Dave, you're my hero because I've been on a crusade because I keep hearing this. Well, why do double tees? Isn't single tee good enough? Okay, you got to give me one good reason. Oh, because it's quicker and you want to hurry through things? If you take that approach throughout all basics, then you're going to be coming to one of us trying to fix it.
That's called job security. Yeah, and I think that's the advantage of when we add a triple T is that you start lengthening out the distances, which is usually what erodes the fast stop. And so that extra leg on the triple T to me is probably more important in advancement for the older dogs than the single T or the double T is, just because it extends them out another 50 to 100 yards, and all of a sudden they think they can't be touched when they get out there a little bit farther. But once you start reeling them in and teach them that, hey, no matter what the distance is, you hear it, you sit and you obey, then you start to achieve some real solid success. But there again, I'm emphasizing it again, but I think that's why we added the triple T, because as I started seeing this more and more, I think I fixed more dogs on the whistle stop and casting accuracy on the triple T than I do on tune-up drills, Chinese drills, and we do a ton of drills. But I think that is a fix-all for us. When I want a whistle sit, when I want a dog that casts or doesn't cast accurately, it gives me three different piles along the casting piles plus the end pile, and I can mix and match and do everything I need to, and it uh, really is a positive approach.
So I'd like to ask you some questions about your triple T.
Hmm.
Um, so is this something you do in basics, or is this something you do later on as sharpening up with older dogs?
As soon as the dogs become, when they come to us, we aren't doing a lot of the young dogs anymore because we just don't have the time and the,
Okay.
there's three of us that are training. We've got a young guy hired, and Ty and I and the young guy Tanner do it. And so we're getting dogs that are coming to us that are probably 13 to 16 months of age. The first thing I do is I want to see what their stops are. I want to see if they can cast. And so 99% of them have seen a double T, but none of them have seen a triple T because I'm the only one that does it to my knowledge. And so you'd be surprised at the difference when you add it to a dog that's never seen it before. It's like, I understand the first two, but I don't understand the third one. And it helps at long distance on a come-in whistle, on a come-in catch. I think you get better results out of it. And any of the older dogs that we get in for any issues at all on land will go through that triple T.
How long is your main line on the triple T?
Main line is about 200 yards.
Okay.
And I like to go a little longer. And the distance on my casting piles from the center line would be probably 35 yards each.
Oh,
And then obviously as I go deeper, the angle tightens between the three outside on each side. And so I've got, I can work on tighter lines. I can work on more accurate casts. I can work on bigger casts. And so it's something we like to do.
so just where are the spacings of your intersections? Give me like if the back pile is 200 yards, where's the first stopping point?
I would say 75, maybe
Okay.
80 yards, and then it would be split between that and the end pile. So probably 80, 120, and then I like to put my last two fairly close to the end pile
Yeah.
because that's where you're going to get cast refusals.
Yeah, you give the over and they dig back. And
Absolutely.
that's one of the things yeah, that's cool. Well, You know what? You may not be the only guy doing the triple T 6 months from now.
I hope.
Well, that awesome. Well, I knew I was going to learn something. I just didn't know that was it.
Well, it's so simple that it's something people overlook, but it really is an advantage to do it. And I would encourage all of your clients and people to, seriously look into it, because
Wow.
you'll find out what's eroded in your basics.
And again, listen, I'm a fan. I mean, you're my hero because I tell you, I've just been preaching on the critical nature of getting this land work down because it carries over into the water. And if the weaknesses in your program are gonna show up. And then when they become water issues, then it just gets way, way more difficult.